The art of clairvoyance. What is clairvoyance? Clairvoyance is having clarity, clearing your space, clearing your temple, clearing your mind. Because your spirit is constantly working on a day to day basis. Your spirit is always moving on a day to day basis. Your spirit never likes to stay in one position. Your spirit likes to expand and conquer, just like the universe. So, of course, when your soul is in the front seat, aka sitting in your body, this is basically what's coming second. What comes first is your spirit, which your spirit is hovering over you. Your soul is in your body, and your body is your third circumstance situation, aka this is the physical representations. So, of course, when we're dealing with these segments, clairvoyance is key in everything that you do. Because if you don't have clairvoyance, you won't be able to see the bigger picture. You'll be stuck inside and you'll be blindsided by the shit that's in front of you on the outside trying to look in. Because there's so much shit in this world that'll blind you for you to see the actual picture. And there's a whole lot of programs that's out here to program your mind and program shit on your mind, on your mental, aka your light body. Your light body's supposed to be clean from all heavy residue. Anything that's heavy is gonna bring you down to density, and you don't want to be brought down to density. You want to have an equilibrium, aka when your spirit is rising, you don't want shit on your spirit. You don't want shit on your soul, because what happens is if it's too heavy, it can't move, so it get trapped into density. The same realm of reality that you're experiencing now is the same realm of reality of you're gonna basically constantly be in. That's why it's so important to have clairvoyance, especially when you're going out in your day. That's why meditation is key. You know what I'm saying? Because if you ain't meditating, if you ain't, if you ain't shitting out the if you ain't shitting out them bricks that don't belong, the motherfucker, you gonna be carrying the bricks with you. And what happens when you're carrying something with you into a fresh day? Your day, you start to pick up and accumulate all the bacteria, which can hold you accountable for things which will limit you. And you don't want to be limit, you know what I'm saying? You want to be no limit, aka which you don't have no limits, you know what I'm saying? Which you ain't no shape, you ain't no form. So this way you can be able to articulate and move around, just like the wind, just like the waves, just like the ocean, you know what I'm saying? And of course, this is why it's important to have clairvoyance, clear sightedness, you know what I'm saying? Clear sight, insight, you know what I'm saying? This way you'll be able to actually get straight into the spectrum. You won't have to go around. You won't have to go around the merry-go-round constantly and constantly. You will know exactly where your point of reference is going to be aligned at. This way you can shape your way into that perspective and nothing won't be blocking you. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's called unlocking yourself from the jail cell. You know what I'm saying? Everything takes time for things to articulate. But if you're not putting in that time to disorientate things that don't belong into your existence, then these things can put too much heaviness on you, too much rocks, too much bricks, you know what I'm saying, too much soil. You don't need all these things with you, you know what I'm saying? These are things that we create in the unseen realm. But of course, if you still vibrating into a density body that you created and you're not moving and constantly moving, then of course you're gonna basically be the floor, stepped on, walked on, aka you won't be on the highest frequency level that we're rejuvenating in, because you're still stuck onto that low vibrational ass scheme that you put yourself in when you came into the existence. So now it's time to make sure you uplift yourself, move around, get around. If you're constantly doing something, you're gonna get tired of it. It's gonna become a routine pattern, which your spirit does not like doing. Your spirit like to expand and keep moving and experiencing. Once you get stuck into a routine and get stagnated for too long, frustration starts to build up, ignorance start to build up, annoyingness start to build up. And when these things start to build up, these things start to become heavier until it's gonna be representations and physical examples on why you should be making your way out of that shit. And that's why it's so important, because it's always gonna be details and signs in your dreams. Just like dreaming about shit that you're so used to and accustomed to, you're gonna get tired of it. You're gonna look at it like, it's not really doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? I need something new. I need a new experience. That's why it's always important before you go to sleep too to have a clear mind. Because if you have a whole lot of shit on your mind, body, and soul when you go to sleep, motherfucker, that's what you don't want to do. Because that's where you get trapped at. You never know when it's gonna be the day that your soul decides to not come back in your body, which means you expired from this flesh. So it's so important to make sure that your mind is always clear, but not too much clarity. You know what I'm saying? You gotta also have a big general view where you can look at things and experience it. Then you can basically have your point of references in it. You can't make a judgment too fast. Always keep your guards up, yeah, but you can't make a judgment until you actually experience it. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't put your foot in that sand, if you ain't walk that tunnel, if you ain't walk that path, you can't really accumulate or start to make any examples or representations about something because you wasn't in the experience. You didn't put yourself in them shoes. You ain't get yourself out your shoes and walk bare feet. You stood in your shoes and you ain't make no accumulations. So now when we're talking about these things, it's very important to make sure you have clairvoyance. You know what I'm saying? Clear sight. You know what I'm saying? Once you have clearness, you'll be able to actually go for what you want and need and deserve versus the opposites. You know what I'm saying? But of course, opposites always attract. But always keep your mind clear and have a clear space. This way, things won't be too dense and too heavy on your ass. Real shit. And it's so important. We always gonna be lead by that by example. Real shit.